Hi, this is James of www.megalife21.com, hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet, and Newsletter Censored. I am here on location at the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey, and we were talking before about actually it's a program on cable TV called, I think it's called True TV, and I saw the most bizarre, wackiest thing that I've ever seen. And this is a man. He was outdoors, and he was having sex with, I believe, a SUV. I think it was a Ford Bronco. He was facing the the grill of the Ford Bronco in broad daylight, and he didn't realize he was being videotaped. And he was banging the grill. He had his, I guess he had his chorizo, his pee-pee, whatever you want, in the grill, and he was going at it, you know, kind of like in a doggy style fashion. And that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, as soon as I think I've seen it all, somebody tops it.
Usually, you hear something like that, it's with the tailpipe, not the grill.
That's kind of low. He would have to get on his knees and.
Yeah, but that's kind of fitting.
Yeah.
Where in the grill can you fit your?
I don't know. He found the place, but guess what? It wasn't his vehicle. It wasn't his vehicle. He went looking for another vehicle to do it again. This jabroni. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But, so, anyway, me and Reverend Bill was, last time, we were talking about animal rights activist type problem. In this case, actually, the Wizard Ozzy Bucco did a show based on this problem that's going on. And, you know, we're all animal lovers here at Newsletter Censored and Mega Life 21, and this has to do with the feral cat problem. Now, there's an organization in Bethesda, Maryland, for helping cats, you know. Oh, incidentally, any feral domestic animal problem is really the fault of humans that don't want to be responsible and get their animals neutered and spayed. Okay, that's really the cause of it all, irresponsibility with humans. Now, this organization, what was the organization in Bethesda?
Alleycat.org.
Alleycat.org. Okay. Now, have you heard anything else about the feral cat situation in this region,
No.
this area?
No, nothing.
Because the health department in Lodi, New Jersey, their answer is that, you know, to threaten people from feeding these stray cats. And of course, you know, in the winter time they don't stand a chance and everything, and people have compassion and they feed them, because the health department says by feeding the animals you're perpetuating the feral cat problem. You know, you're keeping them alive. I guess they want them dead. You're keeping them alive to reproduce. So I guess what they want to do is collect the feral cats and put them to sleep, you know, rather quickly.
Well, the particular colony here were fixed.
Yes,
that didn't enter into the picture.
I was going to mention again, the people, out of their own pocket, trap the so-called feral cats. Some are more friendly than others. Some are, you know, more skittish. Trap them, and out of their own pocket had these animals spayed and neutered, and then put them back, you know, out. Because if they would spay and neuter them and bring them to the animal shelter, you know, the animal shelter run by the county is not a no-kill shelter. Am I right?
That's right. And at this particular time, this economy meltdown, there's no room.
There's no room.
There's no room. So anyone that's going to go there is going to be killed.
In shorter time than normal.
Yes.
These cats are going to be put to sleep, which is a funny term anyway. Euthanized quicker than they normally are. In this day and age, there seems to be less compassion than there is in the past, but that's in Bible prophecy. Anyway.
Well, there's no money either.
There's a lack of money because of the economy.
Economy.
So it's a sad situation. So by the county forbidding people from feeding these animals, what they're actually saying is that all feral animals that are normally domesticated should be killed, should be euthanized, which is a friendly way of saying bumped off, rubbed out. So this is their answer. It's the government's answer again, just like the neoconservatives' answer to the poor.
Bump them off.
Bump them off. The Indians, the poor Native Americans, shoved into reservations. I don't know if I think I mentioned this in one of my past shows, that there was a tribe in southern Arizona that was relying upon this water source, and the city of Tucson, I believe, diverted this water away from the Indian reservation to the city of Tucson, or maybe it was Phoenix, maybe it was both. Anyway, the native people had no irrigation for their farms, so they had no food. So the government's answer was to send them garbage food, like crap.
You mean registered dietitian food?
No, the food that comes in the packets, in those brown packets.
Oh,
that
like
you
the army.
Like the army, like the military, that you squeeze out. But they were sending them, the Indians, not nutritious, healthy foods. They were sending them snack foods and foods high in sugar and carbohydrate and preservatives. Anyway, long story, Indians became obese, started getting diabetes. Some of them went blind and had limbs amputated from this diabetes. It was a whole story about it. I think it was on primetime TV. So, all right, government's answer to that was to send a woman down to teach them how to grow desert plants, desert vegetables that their ancestors relied on, indigenous people thousands of years ago. Squashes and beans that grow in the desert.
Cactus.
That's the government's answer.
Cactuses.
That's their answer to the poor, to the Native Americans. Okay.